Imagine a young boy growing up in Hawaii during World War II. His family is poor, but he's bright and eager to succeed. He looks up to two father figures in his life. His real dad, a highly educated government worker, and the dad of his best friend, a successful businessman. Now, here's the twist. The boy finds himself repeating the same mistakes as his poor dad, despite being intelligent. So, why is that? Well, the answer lies in a concept called mindset. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki compares two very different father figures. His poor dad was his biological father, educated, hardworking, and employed in the traditional system, but always struggling financially. His rich dad was his friend, father, a successful entrepreneur and investor who understood how money really works. The difference wasn't about intelligence. Both men were smart. The real difference was mindset, how they thought about money, work, and opportunities. In this video, we explore 3 mindset shifts from Rich Dad, Poor Dad that can change the way you think about your financial future. If you've ever felt stuck working hard but not getting ahead, this might be exactly what you need. So let's begin. Number 1, assets versus liabilities. Poor Dad always emphasized education and job security. He urged Robert to study hard, get good grades, and find a stable career. The problem was that despite his intelligence, Robert found himself in debt and constantly stressed about money. Meanwhile, Rich Dad took a different approach. Instead of focusing on earning a higher salary, Rich Dad taught Robert to build assets. Assets are things that put money in your pocket: investments, rental properties, businesses, or stocks that generate income. For instance, instead of buying a luxurious car that loses value every year, Rich Dad advised buying assets that increase in value over time. Think of it like this. With liabilities, you spend money now and hope to earn it back later with interest. With assets, you spend money now and earn it back steadily or all at once in the future. This mindset shift is crucial. You see, most people think about money as something you trade hours for. They work longer hours for a raise, thinking that more money means financial freedom. But according to Rich Dad, that's a flawed mindset. He says true financial freedom comes from having assets that bring in money even when you not trading time. So here's a question. What assets do you have that bring in money while you sleep? Maybe it's dividend-paying stocks, rental properties, or royalties from intellectual property. If you're just starting out, consider building your asset portfolio. Begin by setting aside a portion of your monthly income towards investments. Even small amounts can grow significantly over time thanks to compounding interests. Or perhaps there are skills you can learn that will help you start a side hustle or even a full-fledged business. Learning to code, for example, opens doors to freelance work or starting a tech company. Similarly, skills like digital marketing can boost your earning potential no matter where you work. And for those already working, consider exploring additional income streams through freelancing or part-time ventures. Freelancing platforms offer opportunities across various fields. No. 2. The value of financial education. Growing up, both dads valued education. However, their perspectives differed. Poor Dad believed that getting good grades and a college degree was the path to success. Rich Dad, on the other hand, was a high school dropout who learned the skills he needed to become a successful businessman. So why does this matter? It's simple. Traditional education systems don't teach you about money. We learn how to solve complex math equations, analyze historical events, and even understand advanced science. Yet we graduate without knowing how money works, how to invest, or how to manage our finances. As a result, many well-educated people find themselves struggling financially. So what was Rich Dad's approach? He started reading books on finance and investing back in the 1940s. This meant hitting the books and studying financial reports. Today, there are numerous online resources, podcasts, and courses available. Plus, there's so much information out there. It's essential to choose credible sources. Look for authors or mentors with proven track records of financial success. Be cautious of get-rich-quick schemes or gurus with little practical experience. Remember, financial education isn't about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations it can last. In today's world where jobs can disappear overnight and technology changes, everything financial literacy is more important than ever. A recent survey found that nearly half of Americans couldn't cover a $1,000 emergency, highlighting the urgent need for financial education. So, if you're feeling lost or overwhelmed, know that there's a solution. Start by acknowledging your current situation. Honestly, understand your income, expenses, and financial goals. Then, commit to continuous learning. Dedicate time each day to studying finance, whether it's through books, podcasts, or courses. Finally, take action. Apply what you learn and track your progress. If you're just starting out, consider opening a high-yield savings account to build a safety net. Alternatively, you could explore low-cost index funds to begin investing without significant initial capital. No. 3. The importance of taking risks. Another key mindset shift revolves around risk. Poor Dad always avoided risks. He believed that stability was the key to financial security. Rich Dad, however, saw risk as an opportunity for growth. He taught Robert that calculated risks could lead to substantial rewards. This is a crucial point because many people play it safe throughout their lives, sticking to the same job or avoiding investments. They stay within their comfort zones, essentially trading time for money until retirement. However, Rich Dad emphasized that the real path to wealth lay in entrepreneurship, investment, and calculated risks. But how can you take risks when it comes to money? Here are a few ways. First, embrace learning. Consider enrolling in a course to learn a new skill that could lead to a better job or side hustle. Perhaps you've always been interested in programming or digital marketing. Second, diversify your income. Relying solely on a single income stream can be risky. Explore freelance work or part-time ventures to build multiple income sources. Third, invest wisely. Don't let fear of potential losses stop you from investing. Research shows that long-term investors generally outperform those who panic and sell. Remember, the stock market has historically trended upwards. Finally, reframe your perspective on failure. See setbacks as valuable lessons, adapt, and try again. Many successful entrepreneurs and investors have faced numerous failures before achieving success. Warren Buffett, for instance, didn't find success with his first few investments. He learned from his mistakes and went on to become one of the world's most successful investors. Application today, 2025. After considering these mindset shifts, ask yourself, how can I apply them to my life? Let's break it down. First, analyze your finances honestly. Openly face your spending habits, debts, and savings. Are you spending too much on non-essential items? Do you have high-interest debts? Understanding your financial position is the first step towards making positive changes. Second, commit to financial education. Set aside time daily to learn about personal finance and investing. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more you know about money, the better equipped you'll be to make smart decisions. Finally, take small, calculated risks. Challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone. Perhaps you could start an online business, invest in a rental property, or take up a side hustle. These risks might seem daunting initially, but the potential rewards can be immense. Closing. As we conclude this journey through Rich Dad, Poor Dad, consider this. Your financial future is largely determined by your mindset. Are you thinking like Poor Dad or Rich Dad? Do you believe money is something you trade hours for, or something you can grow and multiply with the right knowledge? Share your thoughts below. If this video resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more insightful content and share it with someone who might benefit from these timeless money lessons. Remember, your financial journey begins with a single step. Stay tuned for more videos that will guide you towards financial success.